It's past the hour. We're live. We're back on the morning Crossfire last hour. Before we get into our conversation this morning, the roundtable is back. We have the roundtable twice every year, one in June, one in December. The roundtable is where you have all of Nigeria's OAPs in the studio at the same time. And we look at the big issues in the polity for 3 solid hours. 3 hours. It's happening next Monday, 9 a.m. all the way to 12 p.m. Do join us then. It promises to be really, really interesting. Do join us. All right, I'm Sheriff Quadry. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch. You can listen live from our website as well, nigeriainfo.fm. That's our website. If you don't have our app yet, go get our app. Something big is coming in January, so you want to be part of it. All right. If you have our app already, share it with your loved ones so that they can listen into Nigeria Info from anywhere. Now, we're going to further our conversation on cultism in secondary schools. Mayowa Balogun is here. He's an anti-cultism advocate. He joins me live in the studio this morning. Mayowa, good morning to you.
Mr. Sheriff, good morning, sir.
It's good to have you here.
Same here.
I'm going to quickly, let's dig in. I want to hear your thoughts. I know that you've been here before and we discussed the same issue. And it was quite alarming what we talked about then. And what we talked about then is playing out, has been playing out every day. But the issue of Doing College, I have heard stories about it was a matter of cultism. It was another angle said that it was bullying. What's your position about what exactly or what could have happened there?
All right. First of all, I want to say good morning, Lagos. I'm very sorry I couldn't meet up on Monday. I tried all I could, but you know your Lagos traffic.
Lagos happened to you.
So I'm glad I'm here this morning. If I will call Mr. Sheriff a prophet, maybe I may be right.
Okay.
Somehow.
Okay.
You know, I'm saying that because when you look at some of the songs that Fela sang many years ago,
Okay.
and you look at the present issue in Nigeria now, so if you are calling me a musical prophet, we're having some things to hold on to. Just weeks ago, we were here discussing cultism in secondary school.
That's right.
And just today, or at the moment in the country, look at what is happening. It's just as if we saw what will happen and we're like, let's quickly come against this. This Doing College case, there is an aspect of bullying.
Okay.
And there is an aspect of cultism. But it's just that we are focusing more on the bullying aspect of it, which I understand people's plight. But let's look at this. When we even talk about bullying, what's the concept of bullying? Bullying has to do with the use of force. It has to do with the use of you coerce someone. It shares lines with you hurting another person. Threats, abuse, aggressive domination, and intimidation. These are the concepts of bullying. And when we go back to the concept of cultism,
right,
these are the same thing.
The same thing.
Cultism shares, uses force. It enables force on someone. You threaten, you intimidate, you coerce. So when people are focusing on the bullying aspect of it, I'm focusing on the bullying aspect and the cultism aspect. I'm of the strong opinion that what happened to that boy is not just bullying. And when you check the concept of bullying very well, it's a kind of behavior that often repeats itself. It's kind of habitual. Okay. And that is cultism. You don't do it in a day and you just stop. It's something that becomes part of someone. And when we follow this story very well, and the ones that are coming up. We've seen people coming up to say that that is not the first happening in the school. So it has been happening.
I read an account of a mother who said the same thing, well, almost the same thing happened to her son, where these seniors came at the same college, by the way. These boys came in, the usual suspects came in, switched off the light, did the same thing except that they didn't feed that one with some chemicals to drink. Does that imply that they were trying, or they've been trying to initiate a couple of the juniors in that school, like cultism is really thriving in that school? Or it's just simply bullying? I mean, it could be.
With the look of things, I wouldn't want to see it as just being bullying.
Okay.
This has been happening in this school. The truth is, last week I posted something on my Facebook.
Okay.
Private schools, missionary schools, they don't want to agree. They don't want to submit. They don't want to believe that there is every presence of cultism in the school. They just believe that when we are talking about cultism, you are referring to public schools. That's not true. What is happening in this Darwin College, this is not just bullying. These are the traits of cultism. These are attributes. These are the things we see in cultists. And are we going to say that there is no cultism activities in this school? A school whereby some boys will come together at night to go to the hostel of the junior ones, beat them. I don't know how true this account is, but I read that the boy was at the time locked in a cupboard for 2 days. He was beaten. This will not be ordinary bullying. Those boys were under an influence, which could be alcohol or any other stuff. What was given to Sylvester? What kind of substance was given to that boy? That makes me to just this can't be a bullying.
Let's talk about cultism in secondary school. How bad is? I mean, you work in this, your organization work in this space quite a lot. How bad is the situation?
The situation is even worse now. Worse in the sense that it's like we align the children to just anything you want to do, just do it. Maybe we don't have enough ends again in our secondary schools. Maybe teachers don't care again. Maybe we don't have counselors in these schools again. Cultism is very much available in our schools and it's becoming so serious. I read an account of a story that happened in Delta.
Okay.
I think a boy or so that beat the teacher. That's a funny thing. In a particular school in Edo State, COP members were sent to the school. Towards the closing, they were going home. Some SS3 students were smoking and they blew the smoke on the faces of these COP members. So the following day, they came to the staff room and they were like, see what happened yesterday. I had to pick up the case personally. This is rubbish. SS3 doing this kind of thing.
SS3 students
yes, smoking. This is rubbish.
And they now blew the smoke in the face of core members.
I'm telling
who
you,
were teaching them.
So you got to a stage and the core members are like, this is terrible. So it's that's just some years ago, and now it's becoming rampant every day.
How do we get how did cultism get into? Do you have an idea really? Because it used to be in tertiary institutions. Tertiary institutions have been taking strong stance against cultism, on campuses and everything. How did it get to secondary school level?
One, some of those students that were rusticated from school, some of them have accesses to these secondary schools.
How?
And you agree with me that most of our secondary schools don't even have fences.
Yes.
I said the last time I came here,
yes.
They don't have fences. Anybody could walk into a secondary school. Virtually every secondary school in this country, they have school too. Some calls it illegal. No fence. Student gathers there. Some of these persons goes to this place and talk to the student. And the modern one now is even, everybody uses phone now. These children have access to phones, and that's another way. And I should also say this: some corps members that were into cultism in school, that
in the
university, that were sent to secondary school,
to
some
teach.
of them will not teach. They are not teachers. They are cheaters. Some of them do influence these children. They have ways of manipulating them.
Have you interacted with any secondary school pupil before who told you that either he or she was a cultist, or he or she would like to be a cultist?
Very well. 2011, in a school where I had my TP, teaching practice.
Right.
SS2. That was the boy that walked up to me and said that, "Uncle, I would like to become a cultist when I get to university." And I was like, "Are you alright? Do you know what you're actually saying?" I'm saying he knows what he's saying. He has been seeing it. Some of his brothers, they are into the line. So he's having the impression that this is a good thing. And I know many that even they do send me messages on Facebook.
Okay.
This is the issue. You know that cultist possession, they don't hide it. For example, when Dagreen died some years ago, a particular cult group in this Lagos, they did the procession for him. In Benin, I have witnessed like 2-3 cult processions. These processions, you will see them putting on their regalias, very beautiful and colorful. They take pictures of all these things. They do send it to our children. They will send it to them. They will never show them the hard thing. Only those beautiful stuff that they show to them. Of course, any child that will see the procession of Ajax men or the Buccaneers, no, any child that sees such procession will love it, without knowing what is underneath.
What is really involved?
It's just
what it entails.
They will just fall for it. And our YouTube of a thing, all those things are there. So
even on YouTube.
On YouTube. So these are the ways that make cultism to have stand in our secondary school.
I'm going to go to the telephone now and hear a couple of Lagos. If you've got experience before, if you've been involved before, if you want to be anonymous, please talk to us. If you're a teacher, most especially, please talk to us. If you're facing these challenges with your pupils, your students, please talk to us as well. We'll take just a few calls before the break. We're discussing cultism in our secondary schools this morning. 0700 993 993 993 and 01465 7190, female only line. 8:21 it's time. We've got about 3 minutes to have this conversation. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Sherry, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I want to remain anonymous.
That's fine. Please turn off your radio. Thank you.
Yes, I'm a retired teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
From Lagos State Government.
Yes, ma'am.
We're talking of cultism in secondary school.
Right.
It's in every secondary school.
Okay.
Some of these children are introduced into cultism by their parents. That is why you see some small girls carrying calabash, wearing white clothes on the road. Because they are used to it and they learned it from their parents, they come to school to initiate it. Some time ago, like 2 years ago, we started identifying a particular mark under their jaw, a particular mark just from under the jaw down, black, and we rounded them up, and they happened to be a group of cult members. Lagos State got involved, and I can't remember how they resolved it. So some of them came from their houses with it. And when you identify them and try to discipline them, you see these same parents coming to intervene, threatening to deal with the teacher who will disturb their child. So we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do from homes. From homes. Government needs to create a level of awareness, letting these children know the implication and the dangers in cultism.
Right.
Because some of them just see it as just a cultural thing without knowing exactly what what lies under it.
That's
And
right.
as they grow up, they will continue with it. Sheriff, I also met one a police officer.
Okay.
Yeah, police
Okay.
officer who said he goes to university to introduce cultism.
Oh.
Unfortunately, and I remember I told him years ago when he said that thing,
Oh.
that this thing you have just said leaves much to desire. Today, his first son, he took him to the east to do secondary education.
Mm-hmm.
The child never finished one semester in the school. Right now, he's into different cultism outside the school, doing yahoo yahoo. And some time ago when I saw the man, I told him that don't just feel bad. What goes around comes around. So parents too are part of it. They are to blame. Government needs to create awareness. Let there be like a task force, a counseling unit
Right.
that will go school to school,
Right.
advising these children.
Right.
So parents too should do their own from their homes. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Very, very valid call that you put through, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Mayowa, there you go. I mean, you said it. You mentioned it earlier about how bad the situation is. I just didn't realize, but I knew we're going to get some first-hand account from our listeners, out there. But we'll take a very short break. When we return from this break, would probably take some messages. Then we go on a bit longer break. All right, stay with us here on Nigeria Info 99.3. What will they be doing exactly?
They'll be doing different types of community service that are peculiar.
This is an infomercial. Talk that matters to you.
When you marry, you don't cheat.
The most common drug that damages the liver is paracetamol, what we call acetaminophen. People think that paracetamol is just paracetamol. I can take paracetamol. No.
Do you know I've been monitoring elections since 1999? Rigging of election takes place not at the polling unit, but at the collation center.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This December,
Nigeria finds a way to fill its young, to eat its young.
It's pathetic. It's a sad situation that we can have something as this recur repeatedly.
People will refuse to wear masks to social distance, and they will believe that some divine, angelic, spiritual being will protect them from the virus.
The round table is back. Nigeria Info All-Star.
Government officials are quick to respond and say, we don't know what it is. They don't know what it is, but they are quick to say it is not coronavirus. It is not Lassa fever, but we don't know what it is.
And we never try to find out.
We never try to find out.
Or they play down the number.
They play down the number so that we don't embarrass the government.
One radio dial, December 13th.
If they do know that every 4 years people will go.
I don't want to hear.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but the point I'm trying to make is when our leaders, when the politicians are accountable in terms of knowing that our votes count, well, they won't treat us the way they are treating us.
The round table on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back to Crossfire. I'm going to take this short message here before a longer break. This person said, let us bear in mind that children are fast learners. They see gang killings in politics in our communities. All right. That's Lemmy from Satellite. Break time. We'll be back.
You are listening to your number one station for talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Babe, you have to be careful. Are you sure you want to take the job? It's a long distance. And remember, you don't drive. What if you get hurt while boarding buses? Or if the chemicals spill on you on site? What if while washing the utensils, it slips and cuts you? And the environment is waterlogged? What if you miss a step and break your leg? Babe, I think you...
Chill. No yawa. I'm covered.
No yawa.
Yeah. With AXA No Yawa, the personal accident insurance plan. I'm covered when life happens.
Introducing the
AXA No Yawa, a personal accident insurance plan that provides life insurance cover, adequate care, financial support, and helps through recovery when personal accidents happen. So when life happens, keep going with the AXA No Yawa. Call 0700 AXA Mansert to sign up today. AXA, know you can.
We've kept the Bedu going non-stop with amazing refreshments and cool vibes from your favorite music artists. And now, get ready for the biggest and most exciting December ever. It's Pepsi December! It's go hard or go home this Pepsi December as Pepsi hits you back to back with the biggest and loudest musical experiences. It's going down this December and you don't want to miss a thing. All COVID-19 safety protocols will be strictly observed. Follow at Pepsi Naija on all social media platforms for more details. Pepsi, for the love of it.
How far, babe? How we go dirty this December now?
My dear, I just want to be there for my loved ones. But I also need a new phone. The only issue is that I'm a bit tight on budget for both.
Haven't you heard about Samsung 12 Days of Christmas?
No, but how does it relate to my situation?
So you can now buy that Samsung phone you want and be a secret Santa to your loved ones while at it.
Wow, that sounds amazing. How do I participate?
Just walk into any of the Samsung authorized stores near you to buy any of the Samsung devices you want. You'll be given a form to nominate a loved one to get a surprise Christmas gift delivered to their doorstep from Samsung.
Wow, this is so relieving.
Yeah, right? Talk about killing two birds with one stone.
Offer valid from the 1st of December to the 12th of December. T's and C's apply.
Before now, getting a good HMO that works perfectly for my staff was a lot of hassle. Many HMOs come with cumbersome registration. It gets worse when my staff come back to complain about the terrible service they get from these HMOs. I decided to give Reliance HMO a try based on glowing recommendations I received from my HR colleagues, and I was not disappointed. I was able to register all 100 staff in 5 minutes. I have access to a 24-hour responsive helpline and an account manager that helps me with any issue. My staff raves about the premium service they receive from Reliance HMO. They especially love the access to gym, spa, dental care, and the hospital roaming. I no longer worry myself about issues concerning HMO. Reliance HMO does that for me. I will recommend them any day.
Visit reliancehmo.com/corporate or call 0700 7354 2623 to get a quote for your company and start enjoying reliable healthcare today. Reliance HMO. You can rely on us.
The reward for hard work is success. The reward for dedication is proficiency. And the reward for consistent learning is mastery. Now is the time to take your experience in Forex trading to the next level. And Hot Forex is here to help you do just that. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or professional trader, come to our educational centers to gain exclusive access to premium trading education that delivers essential trading skills, helps you make the best trades and master the markets. Registration is completely free, and you get the opportunity to be trained by seasoned experts in the Forex market. So if you're in Lagos, our doors are open to you. Visit the Hot Forex Educational Center at the 3rd floor Woodala House, 90 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, or call 0816-042-9949 or visit www.hotforex.com. Hot Forex, for traders that want more.
It's here again. The conference in Nigeria. It's the Raleigh Academy Digital Wealth Accelerator Megathon Conference 22.3, an event of digital business enthusiasts and great minds who are ready to take their businesses to another level. There will be digital business experts from different parts of the world. At this conference, we will be exposing 3 proven ways to your financial success in 2022. Even in the first quarter, there will also be lots of gifts to be won. Free laptops, television sets, internet devices, and lots more. Date, Thursday, 9th December 2021. Time, 10 a.m. prompt. Venue, the Podium International Event Center, 31B, Aromire Avenue, Adenini Jones, Lagos. To book your seat, SMS the word Lagos to 0904 000 5005. That is 0904 000 5005. Be there.
Chinedu! Don't worry, Ma. He'll be home on time, just like his dad.
Are you sure?
Yes, Ma.
tasty meals prepared with Sonia tomato mix.
Mommy, the jollof is yummy.
I wouldn't miss this jollof for anything.
It's so good eating together with a family.
Yes, Ma. All thanks to Sonia.
Sonia tomato mix brings you together. Proudly Nigerian.
Come along on the journey of a lifetime with MTN. We invite you to purchase your share of MTN today at 169 Naira per share.
To buy your share of MTN today, download Primary Offer app by NGX or contact your stockbroker for more details. Get one free share for every 20 shares you buy. Offer closes 14th December 2021 at 5 p.m. Please consult your stockbroker or banker for guidance. T's and C's apply. You are welcome. Join us as we go on the journey of a lifetime together. We move.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Boss lady, business expansion. In this economy, how do you slay your finances like this? If I didn't know better, I would think you had a garden where money grows.
Garden, you say? I've got a whole field where money grows.
Oh, shit. Tell your girl about it.
Capital Field. That's the name of my secret. From personal to business loans when I need them, to high-yield savings and investment plans, to asset management services, my wealth partner always comes through. I even introduced my uncle to them, who got a prompt delivery of oil and gas products for his project. Not to mention bespoke financial advisory services to go with it, all in one place. Come join me now. Call 0145474432 or visit www.capitalfield.com and start slaying your money goals too. Capital Field. Choose the field where money grows.
Dear friends, you've worked hard all year, and now it's time to reward yourself with something highly enjoyable and comfortable from Bedmate Furniture.
At Bedmate, we enjoy making your living an everyday Christmas. The kind that thrills your guests once they step into your house and scream, "Wow, where did you get them?"
Then you smile with satisfaction and say, "Thanks, I got them at Bedmate."
Because from 1st of November to the 31st of December 2021, Bedmate offers you up to 70% discount.
You could also win fridges, TVs, washing machines, and many more.
Hurry now and visit our showrooms at Lekki, Ikeja, Abuja, and Port Harcourt City. Call 0700-233-6283. Visit bedmatefurniture.com, Facebook and Instagram at Bedmate Furniture NG.
Everything is ready. Fashion, groceries, social media is ready. Tech and gadgets, so everything is ready. Unbeatable prices, Jumia is ready. With Jumia, Christmas is delivered.
Get up to 50% off with our Christmas deals on groceries, fashion, phones, electronics, and more. From the 6th to the 19th of December, visit the Jumia site or download the app to shop all deals. Jumia, your everyday delivered.
This one na for the bold people them, for the people wey get mind, for the people wey be say ginger full for their body, for the people wey stand gidigba to face any new hustle, for the people wey they rock like say leather no be khaki. This one na for you to come face your own action fee. Na invitation for ogbonge something wey be say it fits people wey be radical. Make you dey radical, make you bet on yourself. Visit parimatch.ng, make you sign up today. Parimatch, fired up to win.
This December, Pepsi's got the Bedu unlock like never before. Get ready for massive vibes and back-to-back musical experiences. Enjoy a Grammy Award-winning experience from the Yodogu himself, Burna Boy, and get the full Starboy treatment with WizKid. Come through for the vibes and vibes with Ira Star and rave with the Bad Commando, Rema. Get your groove on with African Bad Gyal, Tiwa Savage, and have a good time with the baddest himself, David O. Turn up with the unstoppable Pepsi DJ ambassadors, DJ Spinall, DJ Copy, DJ Obi, and DJ Exclusive. It's bigger, it's louder, it's Pepsi December. All COVID-19 safety protocols will be strictly observed. Follow at Pepsi Naija on all social media platforms for more details. Pepsi, for the love of it.
My brother, I no fit find my shares, so it be like say all the money where I put for shares done lost. So.
That one na small matter now. You never hear of ISF? ISF na the Integrated Shares Finder, where Integrated Trust and Investment carry come. Na him be the ogbonge product wey go help you find your missing shares and dividends. With the shaking money, you go just register for ISF, and ISF will go get your shares and dividends back sharp. You find your shares and dividends.
Mommy Shade, this child looks sickly. Try and take her to the hospital. I wish I could, but the expenses are too much. Don't tell me you have not heard about LSHS Ilera Eko. Ilera Eko? What is that?
Lagos Health is our wealth. Ilera Eko.
Oh yes, Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, has designed an affordable and quality healthcare scheme for Lagos residents. In Ilera Eko, at your convenience, you can have access to antenatal, delivery, immunization, management of hypertension, diabetes and other illnesses, family planning and basic emergencies. Register with Ilera Eko branded agents and at the nearest Ilera Eko branded outlets. Pay 40,000 naira annual subscription for a family package or 8,500 naira for an individual package and start to experience peace of mind. For more information, call 0700 Ilera Eko or 0800 Ask Lashma or visit www.lashma.com. Ilera Eko, affordable and quality healthcare for Lagos residents.
Finally! What a jackpot. I just discovered ehandtech.com.
ehandtech.com?
Oh yes, ehandtech.com is Nigeria's fast-growing online academy for students who want to upgrade their digital skills and earn more income. You can access ehandtech from anywhere in the world and it's affordable.
Wow.
Join ehandtech and get 20% off your first course to learn programming, graphic design, web development, and other digital courses. ehandtech.com is interactive with seasoned professionals. Email info@handtechdigitalconsult.com. Handtech Digital Consult. IT training for Generation Next.
If your phone could have a conversation with you, it might go like this.
Dear owner, I am tired of you switching from one app to another every time. Yes, you. You have one app for one need, one app to bank, another one for insurance, a different app for paying bills, and even another one for your pension. But wouldn't life be simpler if you could manage all of this in one app? So, if I were you, I'd simply get the Tangerine Africa app and have my bank, insurance, and pension in one place. But what do I know? I'm just a phone, and you're the boss.
So be the boss of your finances today. Get Tangerine Africa and do everything finance in one app. Available on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Tangerine Africa, creating a financially secure future.
To grow a business in Nigeria, your connections have to be strong. And I'm not talking about some godfather in the villa or plugs in the corridors of power. No, it's the small, everyday connections like how quickly do you address customer queries? How effectively do you track your staff progress? Yeah, that's the kind of connection we're talking about. And to be that connected, you need a reliable partner like Airtel Business.
That's right. With Airtel Business, you enjoy reliable, unlimited fixed internet that keeps all your business connections seamless. You also enjoy 24/7 dedicated care lines. Contact Airtel Business at ng.airtel.com today.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
OmniBiz, OmniBiz, oh. Better don't land, oh. OmniBiz, they reward customers with jolly prices this season. Lucky customers go win jolly price like generator, freezer, and other consolation prizes there. The Oga Kpata winner go enjoy 1 year shop rent. It never end, oh. All customers go win 1,000 naira on every purchase delivered from now till December 24th. Buy more, win more. Everybody is a winner. Visit shop.omnibiz.app or download the app now.
Virtual meetings, online shopping, mobile payments, and even online weddings. Alert, your pocket-friendly digital bank, is your plug to own your world as you can transfer funds, pay bills, buy airtime and data, and perform all bank transactions from your comfort zone with zero stress and zero hassle. Download the Alert app today on Google Play Store and on the iOS App Store.
Alert, powered by Wema Bank.
Come along on the journey of a lifetime with MTN. We invite you to purchase your share of MTN today at 169 naira per share.
To buy your share of MTN today, download Primary Offer app by NGX or contact your stockbroker for more details. Get one free share for every 20 shares you buy. Offer closes 14th December 2021 at 5 p.m. Please consult your stockbroker or banker for guidance. T's and C's apply. You are welcome. Join us as we go on the journey of a lifetime together. We move.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
We've kept the Bedu going non-stop with amazing refreshments and cool vibes from your favorite safety protocols will be strictly observed. Follow at Pepsi Nigeria on all social media platforms for more details. Pepsi, for the love of it.
They say health is wealth, for us that holds true. That's why at Helium Health, we offer solutions to healthcare finance and need. To grow your practice and aim for the sky. Whoa, Helium Credit is a friend indeed. Go to heliumcredit.com.
Let's help you make that financing dream for your healthcare facility, medical laboratory, or pharmacy come true. Get up to 50 million naira loan with no collateral for your healthcare facility today. Visit www.heliumcredit.com or www.heliumhealth.com to apply for your loan. For more information about Helium Credit, you can reach Helium through Helium Credit at heliumhealth.com. Helium Health, committed to improving the quality of healthcare across Africa.
One borrow money, one pay money, one send money. We go small money download 03 card. Life no too hard. See no one knows tomorrow, so make you do sharp sharp. Download 03 card, make you no waste time. See no one knows tomorrow, so make you do sharp sharp. Pay money, transfer money, you want buy something.
Get your credit card today. Download the O3 Cards app from Google Play and the App Store now. O3, live your best life.
No more panicking and no more worry, 'cause we be with you in a flash. We deliver right on time, in no matter if you're close or far. Anytime you want them, we come in a flash. We day in a hurry, no waste of time. Pick up your phone and download the app. We get in the flash gas. We get in the cooking gas on the go. We get in the flash gas. We get in the cooking gas on the go. Everybody get the flash gas.
For cooking gas on the go, download the Flash Gas app, available on Google Play and App Store.
Available only on the island.
We've kept the Bedu going non-stop with amazing refreshments and cool vibes from your favorite music artists. And now, get ready for the biggest and most exciting December ever. It's Pepsi December! It's go hard or go home this Pepsi December, as Pepsi hits you back to back with the biggest and loudest musical experiences. It's going down this December, and you don't want to miss a thing. All COVID-19 safety protocols will be strictly observed. Follow at Pepsi Nigeria on all social media platforms for more details. Pepsi, for the love of it.
Now we're back on the Morning Crossfire.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to the show. Apologies again. One more time. A big apology for the long ads. Trust me, we are not happy about it because we are caught in the middle of the entire thing. We would not like to lose you as a listener. Would not like to lose business because we need business to run the station to make sure that you get the best from us. So we hope that you would understand. We hope that you understand. But things will stabilize. It will stabilize very soon. Then we can have our time back and we can engage with you some more. Please bear with us this season. It's the season. It's the season. So please, I beg you, please bear with us. Please bear with us. Thank you. I'm Sheriff Quadry. It's a Morning Crossfire. We've got about 4 more minutes to go. I'm seeing all the messages that you've sent in on Facebook and on YouTube, on WhatsApp, experiences that you've had as a core member, as a teacher. I'm seeing everything. And I wish I could read it. But Mayowa Balogun, an anti-cultism advocate, is in the studio with me this morning. Mayowa, because we have a very limited time, let's talk solution. Are these kids? I mean, you said something during the break that if only we could hear from our kids, our children, to speak out freely as to their experience in our schools. You said some parents would weep, some parents will cry for days, and they will be inconsolable when they hear what their children have been going through, or when they hear things that their children have done or have been doing in the name of cultism and bullying. Are these our children redeemable? Can we still help them, or is it too late?
Thank you once again, Mr. Sheriff. The truth is, we can still redeem them. That's the simple truth.
Okay.
We just have to follow some processes like that, and it will be done. The situation on ground is a very sorry case. Okay. And just like I said, if we do Sorosoke in our secondary schools, tell the children that don't worry, you are safe, just speak up. Parents will cry. Now, what are the solutions that we can actually pick up?
Yeah.
You see, I would not want to submit to we have counseling unit in our school. They should forget those ones. Most of those counseling units in the school, they are not functioning. They just have the structure, they just have the office. Nothing relevant is coming up from there. We need counseling units in our secondary schools. And you see, this counseling unit, they will have to be very relevant, sensitive, and psychologically sound with these children. We are not talking
They will have to be part of their everyday life.
Every day. It's not all those counselors that goes to school once in 5 days and say they are counselor of a school. No. Like my organization now, we have our own policy that can help secondary schools, teachers, parents. These policies is just for them to engage us.
Okay.
We come to the school, we talk to the teachers, we give them tips, we talk to the students. They tell us. If the teachers package, we do that for them. If it is student package, we do that for them. These policies will help them. The counselors don't know all these things. No, they don't know them. Theirs is just to go to school and dress well. No. It's more than that. So this policy, let me give you just one.
You give me.
To the public. Just imagine the situation whereby these children are being grouped into sections. Not class by class stuff now. Into sections. And grouping them into sections, we are having teacher monitoring each of them.
Okay.
Just like what we call cells or house fellowship. Just that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, in a large congregation, that is what they do. We can do this in a secondary school as well. Let's group these children into cells. A teacher to like 20 or 30 students. The teacher will have the names of all these children. The teacher will know the in and out of all these children. And the teacher directly will be giving reports to the head of the school. Some schools already are doing this.
Okay.
At our own advice, at our own suggestion.
Okay.
And it's working for them. They just have to apply. You can apply play away method. You can apply so many methods to be with these children.
Mayowa, I really honestly wish that we can go on and on and on. You seem like you have a lot of stuff to unveil, but how can people find you online quickly?
Okay, Balogun Mayowa Samuel.
Balogun Mayowa Samuel.
Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yes.
Balogun Mayowa Samuel.
Yes.
All right. Please reach out to him if you like to reach out to Mayowa to help you and your school and your children. Mayowa, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
I'm Sheriff Quadry. That's our show. Daily Digest with Menace is next. Good morning to you.
More conversation.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.